Well, hey there. Good morning, LEGO fans. It is Monday, May the 5th. You know what that means? It means we survived some Star Wars May the 4th weekend, y'all. So what do you say we just get on into it and talk about it? Because today is Monday, May the 5th. So that means it's Revenge of the 5th, right? But, it is a news and rumors day. But before I get into all that, I do always just want to say thank you. Whether you are listening in on your favorite podcast platform, or maybe you're a visual person and you like the YouTube page, no matter how you're getting your podcast, I just really appreciate it very, very much. Love the interaction, love chatting with people online, just love seeing people listening in around the world. It means a great deal to me, keeps me going. I love it. We are actually 74 episodes in. So this has been going strong. So if you ever want to check out some old podcasts, feel free, because like I say, this is actually episode 74. So crazy, right? Anyway, let's get into it. It is, like I said, Monday. It is Revenge of the 5th, Monday morning. Hope you're doing all right. But let's talk about the weekend real quick. Did you get your Star Wars sets that you wanted to get? Did you steer clear of every LEGO store because you knew it would be packed? I personally did two things. On May the 1st, I actually got online and did some Star Wars purchases because I really wanted to get the Kamino Training Facility gift with purchase set. You got that set with a purchase of $160 or more, which, by the way, that is still happening right now as you're viewing this, if you're looking at this on May the 5th. So that set, that gift with purchase, stops today, May the 5th. So if you are still looking for Star Wars sets to buy, go to a LEGO store or go online. You are basically right at the very end of this, as long as supplies last. And I will tell you, like I said, on May the 1st, I went to purchase things online. Got a couple helmets, got Jango Fett and Kylo Ren, and then I got the BrickHead set. So that made me eligible for the gift with purchase. May the 4th, against my better judgment, my family wanted to go to the mall where there is a LEGO store. So I was like, sure, I'll go. It's May the 4th, might as well. LEGO store was hopping, and I will tell you, they had already run out of the Kamino gift with purchase. The only thing they had left was the little teeny tiny Millennium Falcon, which you get with purchases, Star Wars purchases of over $40. So they did have that. I may have bought the Star Wars logo just so I could get that gift with purchase, and I got the $10 Luke gift. The $10, it's the Luke BrickHeads. Sorry, speaking is hard. Anyway, I happened to get those. It was funny though, while we were there, because I was with my wife, and we ended up getting more Disney sets than we did Star Wars, which I was like, it didn't feel right to have all these Legos employees walking around. They were all dressed up in their Star Wars garb. Kylo Ren chatted with us for a little while. That was cool. One of the Sith apprentices, I can't remember her name, back in the Clone Wars, she checked us out. But here was the thing. I was there with my wife, and I had said this, like a month ago on a podcast, but I was like, if she sees these Disney dresses, the Cinderella and the Cruella de Vil dresses, she's going to lose it. And we're literally standing in the LEGO store, and she sees them, and she audibly screams, goes, "Wah!" Like, no one turned their head, but I thought they would, because it was really loud. And then she immediately, as soon as she did it, she clapped her hand over her mouth because she realized what she did. With that and the Endurance, because that was back in stock. And I'm just like, honey, we don't need to get the Endurance right now. Let's wait for a double points day or something like that. The Endurance doesn't make sense to blow the money on right now. And she's like, fine. But I didn't even have to say anything. She already had those Disney, the dresses in hand. And then I was like, well, don't forget about this. And I show her Hey Hey, because she just loves Hey Hey. And she's like, ah! So literally, she's walking around with all these Disney sets that we ended up buying. But it was pretty funny and just fun to go and see what they had left. They did not have any Jango Fett starships. Those were all gone. Even online, if you're looking for those, they're already on back order. So knew that it was going to be a very popular set, even at $300. It's really good looking. But that was the only, to my knowledge, when I was both at the Lego store and looking at Lego.com last night, that was the only back order. Everything else was available. And then, like I say, that one gift with purchase was gone. So if you're interested, like I say, you are literally running out of time. Hopefully you are hearing this podcast on Monday, May the 5th, and you can get your hands on that if you have been waiting to see, because there are still lots of Star Wars sets you can purchase. Plus, if they have that GWP, you still can get it with the back order purchase of Jango Fett starships. So your call. Anyway, so there you go. There was my Star Wars experience. Please let me know in the comments. If you're watching on the YouTube page, let me know what set or sets did you end up pulling the trigger on? Like I said, did you stay away? Did you buy all of them? Did you just lose your mind and go crazy? Yeah, just let me know. What did you end up buying? Or did you buy some Disney sets like we did on May the 4th? Buying Disney sets. At least we didn't buy the Endurance. Anyway, I digress. Moving on from last week. Hey, I do also want to tell you a correction from last week. It's a price correction, and that's on the set 21358, the prize machine, which we still don't have any official images of, which I think is kind of interesting, seeing that it comes out June 1st. But I said this set was going to be at $170. Thankfully, it's going to be at $150, which is still pretty expensive at 11.2 cents per piece, but definitely the $20 off makes it a little bit more manageable. So anyway, that little correction from last week. But can we get into something I'm probably most excited about? It's like I just spent money at Lego, and I'm going to be back in 2 weeks spending more money at Lego. And let me tell you why. It's because of the May 15th Mario Kart release. Like, I got to tell you, like, I was really excited about the T-Rex when it came out in March, and I just knew, like, I've been getting it day one. The next set this year in 2025 that has given me that same vibe is the Mario Kart set. It just looks really good. And if to sweeten the deal, we're not sure if it's a gift with purchase or you're going to have to use insider reward points for this, but there has been leaked images of the Mario Kart blue spiny shell. And if you've ever played Mario Kart, you know the infamous blue shell it takes out first place. No matter where you are in the course, it will catch up to you and it will kill you, right? And so to have this shell, it's like 234 pieces, so it's a small little shell, but just will go so perfect with the Mario Kart. So keep your eyes peeled on this one. Like I said, some initial reports had it as if you buy the Mario Kart set, that is the gift with purchase that will go with this set, which means it's an absolute day one purchase for me already. Because like, I would have gotten it without the shell, but to get that blue spiny shell with it, it's like a no-brainer to me. If it changes to insider reward points, you are just going to have to keep your eyes peeled for that. Typically, something like that's going to cost you a couple thousand points, or about, translates into about $15, $20 or so. So, and if that wasn't all, since we're still on gift with purchases, we have other rumors that set 40767, it is an upscaled baby astronaut, okay? And it is super cute. It's 250 pieces, and we have rumors that it's going to be a gift with purchase here in the second half of May. And so if the stars align, I'm just saying, we never really get this lucky with Lego because they're far more strategic than this. But if somehow the upscaled baby astronaut gift with purchase is like a threshold, right? Like, as most of them are, let's say it's like a $150 threshold, and you could somehow score the Mario Kart with the blue spiny shell and the upscaled Astronaut baby fig. Like, we should know by next week more details on how that should go down. But if there's somehow where you can do that all at once, like, it will be, you would be silly not to do it, because I guarantee you, whether you want an upscaled baby Astronaut gift with purchase or not, it's going to sell well on the aftermarket. Like, it's a no-brainer. Space figs usually sell really well. It's really good looking. I think people are really going to like it. And if it doesn't fit into your theme, it's a great one to resell online to lower your cost for whatever you actually bought. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully the stars will align and we can somehow score both of those by buying just one set. It's totally going to be worth it. And we'll just have to see, right? But that's big news, y'all. I mean, that really is big news. So, but moving on from there, last week I covered, I want to say 17 different sets that are coming out here on the summer wave, right? And I covered a lot of things. Today, I'm going to give you some more official set releases that are coming out in June. If you're checking out on YouTube, like I say, I will post images of what I have always, but I'm going to add to that list. Okay, so I started off with 17. I'm adding another, 10 or so to it today. So here we go. Let's get stuck into it. Last week I had talked about the Minecraft Creeper. That is set 21276. He is 665 pieces. He is $50 coming out June 1st. I think Minecraft people are really going to love the Creeper. I bet that's probably going to be the most popular of the sets. It's basically a big old buildable Creeper. A lot of 1x1 tile, but looks really good. What we got in addition to that is we have now got images of set 21279, and that's the Enderman Tower. And now this is a goofy looking set, but again, I'm not really a Minecraft guy, but I can imagine the Minecraft kiddos out there will really get a kick out of this. It is 867 pieces, $100. So it's kind of expensive, but it's a fairly large tower made out of an Enderman. That's the black like evil character, I think, in Minecraft, but you can actually take your little minifigs and stick them inside of them because he is a big, huge tower in this regard. And so it's both a playable set and a displayable set. So pretty substantial, pretty cool, but like I said, $100, kind of expensive, but I think people will really like it for sure. I will tell you what I really like is the next set I'm going to talk about, and that is a creator set. If you have seen the creator postcard series, there's, I want to say, maybe 6 of them out. We've got Australia, Japan, Paris, London. It's just this tiny little 100 to 200 piece sets that are a postcard size set that shows whatever location it's talking about. And I do love it because the printed tiles are really nice on these with the descriptor of the place it's talking about. Well, we have a new one, and it's Italy, which I think is interesting that we're saying the whole country on this because there's so much to explore with Italy, right? But you've got a nice little Leaning Tower of Pisa on it. You got the little Italian villages that are right there. It's 189 pieces, only $15, and that's coming out on 6/1. So I will tell you, I will definitely be getting that. I have all the other postcards. I just think they're really cute. I think they're really nice to display and just fun and colorful. So if you like the postcard series, you got a new one finally coming out because we have had a drought. It's been Australia, I believe, was the last one we got. And I think that was maybe a year ago is when that one came out. So anyway, moving on from there. I don't talk a lot of Technic on this podcast, but I want to just, like I said, I'm going to add to some summer sets for y'all because Technic, there are a lot of people out there that love it. It's very niche, but again, a theme that is one of the oldest themes in Lego to date. and we've got some big summer releases coming out. So I am going to go right in order with this. And I'm going to start off with a big one that I think people are really going to be excited about. And it's set 42210, and that's the Fast and Furious Nissan Skyline GTR. Like, if you're a car person, people know the Skyline GTR, right? It's one of those where if you've seen one in real life and you're a car guy, you're just like, wow, I can't believe that exists. It's a really cool looking car. You can't even get it in the States. You have to import it. But it's for the Lego set, it's 1,410 pieces, $140, so around 10 cents per piece. And again, the ones I'm going to talk about here are June releases. Like I say, color scheme's good. It's that blue and that gray. Looks really nice. I think people are going to like it. Kind of a boxy looking build, but that's very iconic for the Skyline. Moving on from there, though, maybe you're more of a sleek kind of sleek kind of car person. Well, good news. You've got the Chevy Stingray. That's 42217. It's 732 pieces, but only at $60. It's a pretty good deal at like 8.2 cents per piece. Clearly, the Corvette Stingray, you've got other bigger Corvettes that are out there in Technic builds, but this one is very affordable. So if you've got more the entry-level Lego builder into Technic, this is a perfect set for them. Also really beautiful, done in the blues for sure, but that new, nice Corvette-looking model, it's really impressive when you see those in person for sure as well. And then if that wasn't all, one other June release is we have our excavator, and it is 42209. That's the Volvo L12 electric wheel loader. Basically, it's a big, huge front end loader, but this is one of the things that I think of synonymous with Technic. You've got your cars, and then you've got your construction vehicles. And this is an entry-level construction vehicle. It's 973 pieces, rated as a 9+ set, so great for the younger kids. At $120, kind of expensive, about 12 cents per piece. But Technic, I mean, they release some huge, massive excavation machines, and a lot of them, especially the 18+ sets, they're priced insanely. Like, if there's any sets that are priced more than any other theme, it's the Technic, especially the 18+ers. Because a lot of times they're including the motors in it, it's got a lot of functions in it, some things are remote controlled. So when they do that, it really ups the price. So this is nice always, where you don't get priced out of something. So if your kid loves the construction vehicles, those big old Tonka front end loaders, this is a great one for them to get for sure. But moving on from that, I'm going to give you 3 more Technic sets coming out in August, so just a couple months later. And these are the big bad boys. Like, if you're into Technic, we'll start off with the smallest one, and that's the Ford Bronco. 42213. I mean, people know what a Ford Bronco looks like. It's got a very iconic body style to it. 943 pieces at just $65. Fantastic deal. So if your kid likes vehicles, or if you like vehicles, good size, good build, highly recommend the Ford Bronco for sure. And it's a nice little departure from your supercars, because obviously a lot of your speed champions, your Technic vehicles, a lot of them, it's really easy to pick on the supercars because they're just the cars that no one can get, right? And so people love building those. But I do love an iconic build of a body style that everybody knows. Like a Slug Bug or a Mini Cooper, or like the Ford Bronco. It looks good. I think people will go after it. But if you got a little more money and you want to get more fancy, well, we can do that for you. We got set 42214, and that's the new Lamborghini Revolutio, and I can never pronounce it right. But it is a remote-controlled Technic car. It's cool looking. Like, it's got like fancy lighting inside of it. It's remote controlled. Everything moves in this thing, but it is also at 1,135 pieces. It's $190. So that's like 16.7 cents per piece. Again, though, what you pay for in these bigger Technic sets, it's not really the Lego pieces. It's all of the electronics that come with it. You know, the motors, or in this case, like I say, it is a remote controlled Lego Technic car. So that's pretty cool. And to have it be a Lamborghini, like I said, this is the one that goes on the kids' wish list. So, but saving the best for last. I don't know what kid's going to be getting this, but this is for those people who love those gigantic construction vehicles. Technic is going to release a new excavator. It is set 42215. It's the Volvo EC500. It's huge. Not the biggest Technic ever released, not by any means. It's only 2,359 pieces, but it is a pretty impressive excavator. And the front end of it, you can actually change out the bits. So it can go from front end loader type excavator to the hammer drill, like the jackhammer feature. And all of these features work. All of these are operational. That comes with motors. It's movable. It's a really cool set. What's not cool about it, though, is that it, at 2,300 pieces, it's $430. Like, that's 18.2 cents per piece. It's absurd. Like, who? It's not for me, clearly. But I will tell you, there are Technic people out there. In fact, if you're a Technic person, leave me a comment. Like, if you're like, I know that person exists. I know there's got to be more than one of them, because Lego continually releases ginormous Technic vehicles, and not just vehicles, but like specifically those construction vehicles, the cranes, the dump trucks, the front end loaders. They're very popular, I would assume, because Lego releases them every single year. So if you're part of that niche audience, leave me a comment. Is $430 doable for you for a 2,300 piece set? I mean, like I said, you're getting motors and things like that. So I understand, but dang, I'm just saying. But anyway, there you go. There are more Technic releases coming out this summer. You can certainly go to lego.com and check those out for yourself if you have no means to see the images that I'm sharing with you. But a lot of these are officially on the Lego website. So, but moving on from there and going to a theme that I both love and hate, and if you're looking on the YouTube page, a theme that I am surrounded with right by now, and that's Harry Potter. I've got your upscaled Harry Potter figs next to me. Actually have the first original Harry Potter castle next to me. This is a 20-year-old set. Pretty cool. You can definitely tell how far Harry Potter has come within the last 20 years. But let's talk that summer wave. And I'm just going to start at the beginning and work my way up. And all of these, again, have official images that you can see at lego.com. And some of these I did talk about last week, but I do have some more information on them, so I did want to share it. And one, I'll start off with, is 76450. That's the Book Nook. That's the Hogwarts Express Platform 9 3/4 Book Nook. Official images have dropped. It's 832 pieces, $100. Pretty cool looking. I like it. I like the concept of the Book Nook. Again, I've said that before. I really look forward to seeing this in person, though, just to see how big it is, because sometimes images just don't do it justice. But this is an interesting concept. Like I say, you have the train on both sides. You have Harry and Ron trying to catch their trains. And then as it closes up, you have a nice big platform where they can both stand. And again, they are surrounded then by the trains, both the steam engine on one side and the passenger train on the other. What I also like about this set is it's got a rounded top to it, like your glass ceiling, like what you would have at the train station itself at King's Crossing, right? And so it's a curved black with all the glass on there, and I think it looks pretty classy. I will be, like I say, interested to see this in person. But moving on from the Book Nook, because we have talked a lot about that. One set I have mentioned before, but it's finally been good to see it, is set 76451, and that's Privet Drive. More specifically, Aunt Marge's Visit. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, you'll know that the scene when Aunt Marge comes to visit, she's a horrid person, just mean, awful, and she gets what's coming to her. But basically, a spell is cast on her where she basically turns into a giant balloon and floats off into the London sky. It's a pretty cool scene. Lego has done a really good job at recreating this. First off, Privet Drive, the house, it is on a hinge, so it's one of those where you can display it as the house itself, but I like that you can unfold it like you would with, say, like the Lego Simpsons house, for example, would be a good example of that. And you can display it as both a big front, like, display on a bookshelf. But what really takes the cake here is the Aunt Marge minifig, and it looks to be a new mold, like not just rounded pieces with a new printing, but it looks like it's an actual new mold, which obviously new molds are expensive, and I will tell you the price reflects it because it's only 639 pieces, but it's $90. So, we're talking 12, 13 cents per piece. Like I say, pretty cool looking, but I don't know if I'll get it. I don't know. It's interesting. Like I say, I really want to see Marge in person because that is I've never seen a minifig like this before. Again, she's that perfectly round. It looks like two pieces come together, and then you have the internal components where her arms and legs are jutting out from it. So very unique minifig indeed. Moving on from there. This is the set that frustrates me, and it's set 76452. We've got our quality Quidditch supplies and ice cream parlor. 795 pieces, $100. Again, we're used to Harry Potter just being expensive. But here's the deal. These two sets, the Quidditch supplies and the ice cream parlor, they're Diagon Alley buildings. The cool part about it is if you never got the UCS, I saw the UCS, right? The Collector's Series, we'll just call it that. The Collector's Series Diagon Alley set that came out in 2020 that goes with the bank. All of that works. This is not compatible with this. It is actually compatible with the Ollivander and Madame Milkin's robe set that is currently out and released. But these Diagon Alley sets are actually smaller than the bigger bank and Diagon Alley, which is kind of frustrating to me because it's like, again, just like with the castle, it's a rehash of like something we could have just kept adding on to. Like if you've bought the huge Diagon Alley, they could have released one Diagon Alley building every year and it could have attached onto this, but they're not doing that. They're shrinking it down, so now it becomes not compatible with the really amazing sets, and it becomes compatible with the play sets that are smaller. I'm not a fan of that, and I guess they think obviously like some people are getting priced out, which they are. It's a fair argument. And so these people are going to be content with just buying it a building at a time at play scale sets. It's frustrating to me, to say the least. So I don't know. The set itself doesn't look bad. I have nothing against that set, nor do I have anything against Ollivanders and Madame Milkins. I think they're great. I think it is good that you can get people that can maybe afford this, where it's like a $100 set versus a $400 set. But it would just be nice to have the additional buildings for the larger series. I'm just saying. But speaking of pricing people out of Lego, the official images of Hogwarts main tower have dropped. And at 2,135 pieces, it's $260. It's huge. And it's definitely overpriced. It's about $40 too much. But again, we just pay a lot for Harry Potter. So I talked a lot about the castle last week. I will tell you, One of the things, it's not just that it's large that makes it cool. I will say that also there is a unique Fluffy. Fluffy is the big three-headed dog that protects the Philosopher's Stone. And this is a new version of Fluffy. So if you've collected Harry Potter for a long time, you're used to, it's not a single mold, it's a couple just pieces of mold, but this new Fluffy is more brick built. Okay, so there's a lot of additional bricks that attach the three heads to the body itself. Decent looking Fluffy. I like it. I will be interested to see how on a side by side it compares to the old Fluffy molds. But it's a huge set. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's really cool. If you have never done the modular castle, this would be a great time to get in it because it's better than it ever has been. But if you've, like me, already done all the modules for the previous Harry Potter castle, this is kind of frustrating for sure. And then finally, a weird set. I'm just going to end with that one. The 76458, the Thestral Family. We do have images of that. It's basically a big old adult Thestral with its baby. It's all right. It's a decent size, 548 pieces, $70. Again, same pricing in line. Everything's around 12 to 13 cents per piece. It just kind of looks sparse. I don't know how to put it. Like, a Thestral is a bony animal on the Harry Potter series. It's a beast that you can only see if, under terrible circumstances, you've seen someone die, right? That's the only way you can see it. So Luna and Harry have good conversations about when they see the Thestrals, and they're the ones that actually pull the carriages up to Hogwarts Castle. So anyway, I do like the attempt at it, but they are very bony creatures, and I just don't know how well it translates into Lego. Color's good, scale's good. I don't know. It feels like a little bit of a hard pass for me. It's funny though, Lego, one of the images that Lego released of it is like them frolicking around. It almost seems like I'm going to share it with you. The mama and the baby are basically running around like, hey, we're Thestrals and we're happy. I'm just like, it's a weird looking picture. Like, I don't know why you would sell a picture like that to a beast that's more of it's meant to be a moody death-related piece. So anyway, I don't know. But there's your Harry Potter. And then last but not least, I'm going to end with this, Star Wars, because we started the day with Star Wars because we just finished May the 4th. And now we're on a Star Wars hangover for sure. But there were images of a new set that's coming out in July. And this set actually, again, has me very excited. And it's set 75428. It's the battle droid with its stap. The stap is the thing it sits on. I couldn't remember what it stood for. I looked it up, but it's the single trooper aerial platform. Basically, it looks like his little levitating motorcycle, if you will, right? That's the thing they ride around on Phantom Menace. But it's really cool. The battle droid is done really well, and we haven't had a battle droid, like a buildable battle droid, in 25 years. Like I looked, it was set 8001. You know it's an early set when it's only 4 digits. But the last buildable battle droid we had was in the year 2000. And I'm going to just do your comparisons for you real quick in images. You can tell we have upgraded a lot in the last 25 years. But it is a cool looking set. It's 1,088 pieces, $140. So again, I think kind of expensive. Could be a little cheaper, could end up being $130. But the set itself looks really cool. It comes with a plaque like many of the other droid builds have, as well as a little battle droid minifig as well. And you have the ability to not only stand it up by itself, he can also sit on its step, and it also comes with a plaque stand. So it can actually sit and be displayed, and it just looks really, really good. So I'm excited for that. I always think it's fun when you're like, okay, May the 4th is done. I guess no more Star Wars sets. Oh, no. They're just Lego knows what they're doing, right? It's always about taking your money every month at a time. So definitely make sure you're budgeting. But there you go. That's the news and rumors. It's a lot. Like I say, the summer wave, it makes you wonder which sets. We do have retirement dates on some, but everything with retirements are always very unofficial until it's official, if you get my drift. And so with the amount of sets that are getting dropped in this summer wave, it will be interested to see what ends up what ends up going away. So anyway, you let me know. What are you interested in? If you are like, Steve, you missed out on these sets, I highly recommend tune into last week news and rumors because I covered a whole gamut of sets there. It was a lot. Like I said, 17 other sets that I didn't want to double dip today, except in a few areas. So anyway, as always, I appreciate you. Don't forget, it's May the 5th. So if you get a chance to listen to this and you're like, yeah, gift with purchase, make those final Star Wars purchases before you miss out. I hope you're able to get what you want to get. But until Wednesday, which, by the way, Wednesday, hey, I got a good one coming. It's a wild card Wednesday. If you've listened to this podcast for this long, I'm going to give you a preview because this is your reward for listening to the whole thing. I am going to be interviewing my wife, and it should be a good one because we learn a lot about the Lego fanatic, but what is it like to be the spouse of a Lego fanatic? So it should be a good one. I hope you tune in for that. That's coming out on Wednesday. But until then, I wish you the very best this week, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.